Mande um sinal de vida de onde estiver dessa vez. Qualquer coisa que faça eu pensar que você está bem, ou deitada nos braços de um outro qualquer, que é melhor do que sofrer de saudade de mim como eu tô de você. Pode crer que essa dor eu não quero pra ninguém no mundo. Imagina só pra você.
Now with counts. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In this video, you will learn over 2,000 variations of Costa con Costa. And here is how. We will split the Costa con Costa move into parts. Each part you can take one variation, then combine with another variation of another part, then another variation of another part, and if you multiply all variations, you'll get like unlimited amount of variations of Costa con Costa. You can dance only this move on the party. We will try to cover most variations of Costa con Costa that you can find out there. The list is probably not complete. You can find some more variations. Let them be in our comment section. If you know something new, just post it over there. We will check it out. For now, let's split Costa con Costa move into sections. The first one is how you get into the Costa con Costa. The first variation is the classic one. You stand apart like an open bass, do a basic step, 1, 2, 3, then just put the left arm into hammerlock, the right arm goes up, and that's it. Or another variation, you start with open bass as usual, then leader turns 360 to the right, so that you start into hammerlock, then lead the lady to your back, 1, 2, 3. Don't forget that you need to turn to the left like in Costa con Costa and proceed into the move like usual. Another variation of the intro, 1, 2, 3. Do 5 steps instead of 3. 1, 2, 3. So here you do an additional impulse of the top hand so that the lady turns 4, 5. Catch her here and proceed into the move. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Another variation to start is to lead the lady into 5 steps to your left, so that it's outer turn for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now it's just a Costa con Costa. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Another variation for the intro is just a flying hand to the side. When the lady goes to your left, that's 1, 2, 3. You throw the hand to the back, they put it into hammerlock, and you go into the move. 1, 2, 3. Another intro, if you start with both hands up without any hammerlocks. 1, 2, 3. Well, it's technically not Costa con Costa, but you will see now. That's 1, 2 here. It's technically Costa con Costa again. Finish with basic turn. 1, 2, 3. And another variation of the intro was the last one. If you, as a leader, turn first here with both hands up, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Another intro variation, if you put the right arm not above, but on the shoulder of the follower and lead them into the side. 1, 2, 3. There are not a lot of variations after this, but still it's technically Costa con Costa, because after this we can go only back to back. An additional intro from the future. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you basically lead into basic turn, then you continue leading into 5 steps turn and finish with hammerlock 5. Then Costa con Costa. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The second part of the costa con costa is the first step after the turn. 1, 2, 3. Here the first step in the arms can be different and as well as in the legs, but we are gonna step here 1. The classic one is like this. You put your hand to the neck and go into the move 2, 3. Another variation for the first step is to put this hand not on your neck but in front of you. For this to work, ladies need to turn almost completely towards the leader. That's 1, 2, 3. Another variation, on the first step, we're gonna dive in between the hands. To do this, we're gonna prepare like this. 1, 2, 3. With this hand, we're gonna turn like this. Watch out for the elbow, so it doesn't go forward. It goes parallel to the arm of the follower. And then you go 1, 2, 3. Now the variation on the steps. 1, 2, 3. Here's the first step. We have two variations. The first one can go forward towards the lady or back to start some moving to the side. Let's go forward first. 1, 2, 3. That's kind of compact variation. And the other one, 1, 2, 3. If you start to go back, 1, 2, 3. This is gonna take a little bit more space, but usually people are more used to it. Now the next part of the costa con costa move, from the classic one, the first step 1, 2, and here actual move. The classic one is that you proceed forward into 3 and raise the other arm, looking for your partner from the other side. The first variation is to do 5 steps instead of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that you finish on the third step. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The third step, but the count is 5. Variation on the actual move. 1, 2, 3. Instead of changing the arms up and down, we're gonna stay like this. So it's 1, 2, 3. The right arm goes up, carefully unfold it so that the lady turns towards you. So you need to put your hand, if you look from this position, kind of this way a little bit, so that she turns. And then do with the changing hands. So it's technically we again do basic turn, but we postponed the changing of the height of the hands, and now we are doing it. It's 1, 2, 3 here, and you just turn around. 1, 2, 3. Another kind of variation is not to finish the move. It's 1, 2, 3. So you put both hands down and do another 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And when you are tired, proceed with some variation. Now variation on the distance and leading. Here, in the actual move, you can lead the lady in such a way so that she stays almost on spot and you go around her, not you both go. So it's 1, 2, and 3. She barely moved, so just finish the move. And the opposite of this is when you don't move. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The next point of variation is the third step after the actual move. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here, the third step is usually at the same point. I recommend this position, but there is a variation if you go forward with the cross. 3. It also works for some people. And then another variation right from here for the arm. You can put it on your neck, like in the classic costa con costa, or you can put it in front of you. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Another variation for the third step is when you dive and go below. 1, 2, and here 3, you go below. Under, it's the reverse of the intro, so the elbow goes here, parallel to the arm of the lady, not towards her, and you exit like usual. Speaking of outcomes, here are some variations on this. Go with the classic ones. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and here you usually just turn the lady. 3, so it's her turn. But what if you do not turn? For example, 1, 2, 3. This is the first variation that we already showed you. 1, 2, 3. Variation on the outcome as well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you finish with 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. There is also a nice variation if you finish not just on 5 steps, but into hip to hip. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And another variation, if you finish with 5 steps, but arms both up, and you finish with a slide on the shoulder. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Variation on the ending. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you put this hand down and do not finish actually the move, you're gonna stay kind of tied up here. So to finish the move, there are two options. Either you lift the right arm here, or just come back and actually lift the left arm and finish like normal. And one more additional ending of the move from the future. 3, 1, 2, 3. If you from here lead the lady to your left into 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You basically finish instead of basic turn with 5 steps turn. Now as we finished with the actual move, there are some variations on the rhythmical part of the move. You can step instead of 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, kind of 1, 3, 5, 7. Or if you are doing 5 steps, you can also skip 2, 3, 4 steps of the move. Just make sure that at the end of 3s or 5s, you end up on the other leg. So, for example, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or another example, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or example with 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A couple examples of how you can combine them. Start with basic, for example, start with flying hand variation. It's 1, 2, 3, then the step goes forward, the arm is in front of you, and you do, for example, 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, the first count, like 5th count here, you can either put this hand in front or to your back. Let's put it in front and do another 5 steps into bachi na bachi. So here's one example. Another example, if you start with basic, then turn around, 1, 2, 3, start from here, then 1, 2, 3, finish like this and dive. 1, 2, 3, and undive from another side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
One tip for the followers. Don't try to assume what the leader will want to do. Because we don't know what he wants, where he wants to lead. And since there are so many variations of Costa con Costa, just make sure that you follow. That's all.
And tips for leaders. Don't try to assume that followers know what you will want to do. Actually, learn one by one those variations, the intros, the middle part, the other middle part, the actual move, the outro, and then just one by one try to apply it to your dance. You will get used to this particular variation, then another one, and you will in no time do them freely and combine them very well. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you know some more variations of Costa con Costa, don't forget to leave them down below in the comment section. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next one.
See you.